13 on Your Sidelines Protector of the Week, sponsored by Rand Insurance Group.
The Allendale Falcons came into tonight 4-0 for the first time since 2008, and the offensive line is a big reason for that success.
That's why we are naming them our Protector of the Week. Tyler Sparks was, of course, the name we've heard about the most from Allendale this week, but his history-making performance against Hamilton would not have been possible without that offensive line. The Falcons put up 563 offensive yards last week. To this point, they're averaging more than 38 points per game. The offensive line is made up of Parker Thurkettle, Austin Ortowski, Coleman Sparks, Christian Meekoff, Zach DeKreiger, and Caden McCullough. Allendale continued their success tonight with a 68-7 win over Fruitport, but their toughest tests are coming up in the next 2 weeks. The Falcons face both Spring Lake and West Catholic. Of course, those two teams, Spring Lake and West Catholic, have caused a lot of headaches in the OK Blue already.
Just ask Coopersville and Unity Christian. The Broncos and Crusaders are both 0-2 in conference play, thanks to the Lakers and Falcons. But tonight, we'd see which of these teams would turn things around as they squared off at Jenison. Now, UC led 31-28 at the half. First possession of the third quarter for the Broncos. Fourth down from their own 44. Bo Harris dials it up to Nick Gordon. Touchdown, 35-31. Broncos strike. Now 4th and 5 for the Crusaders at midfield. Isaac Steenstra with the carry. Brooks Hayden flies in and makes the stop on 4th down. Coopersville takes over at midfield, ensuing possession. The quarterback, Bo Harris, nice option keeper, fakes out the defense here, hits the sideline. Watch him pick him up, put him down. Ultimately, he's going to be dragged down inside the 5. He'd score a touchdown on the very next play as the Broncos start to feel good. Ultimately, you know what? He'd let somebody else do the work. In the fourth quarter, hand the ball off to Isaac Lemieux, and the junior outraces everybody to the end zone. Coopersville's defense holds Unity Christian scoreless in the second half. They win big 56-31. Now, Muskegon Catholic Central and Orchard View are longtime rivals from the old Lakes 8 Conference. That league has been gone for a few years now, but the two are still facing off each season. Both teams coming tonight with 2-2 records. Early in the fourth quarter, it's the Crusades on the 30. Brian Convertini, the quarterback keeper, heading to the outside, trying to outrace that defense. That's a 31-yard gain. Look out, camera guy. Got to protect that equipment. The fourth quarter, Crusaders on the 4, handoff to Henry Rosema. Finds his way through the crowd in for a touchdown, making it 20-0. Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth. Muskegon Catholic Central on the 19. Handoff to Will Fedewa. Takes it to the outside for the touchdown, making it 27-zip. Now, just over 1 minute left in the fourth. The Cardinals on the 1, they give it to Gerald Dyke for the touchdown, but the final score, 27-6, MCC rolls on.
This year, we're letting you vote on which matchup you think should be the final game of 13 on Your Sidelines. And this week, the fan vote game is Grand Haven at East Kentwood. Both teams were 1-3 coming into tonight, but they're both very much alive in the playoff picture. We pick up the action in the second half. EK is already up big. Choo-choo, get on the L train before it's too late. That's a 28-yard touchdown by LSA Conda to make it 28-8 Falcons. Meanwhile, Grand Haven is in Falcon territory. Luke Berry's pass picked off. That is Gabe Wolf, and like Duran, my man is hungry like the Wolf. He goes 87 yards the other way for the pick 6. East Kentwood goes up 35-8. Bucks face 4th down in their own territory, but Salias Mitchell is there for the sack. Grand Haven turns the ball over on downs. The very next play, Shaman Wells-Moore says, well, how about one more? He is in for the score. East Kentwood rolls over Grand Haven 42-14.
Quick show of hands. Who doesn't know who Duran is? Just want everyone to know, most of the cheerleaders raise their hand there, folks. Time for a look at some other scores from around the area.
For that, we go back to the control room where Matt Guard has some guests.
Guys, I'm here with Ryan from Tri-County and Allie from North Point Christian. They're going to help me read some scores off the teleprompter tonight, and let's start with Ryan.
Tri-County at 44, Morley Stanwood 6.
By the way, shout out to the bus driver from Tri-County because they went up to Morley Stanwood, down to our studios here in Walker, and then they're going to go back to Howard City. So that's pretty cool. The Vikings are 5-0, second straight year that's happened at Tri-County. They will host Central Montcalm next week. Now let's turn to Allie. Allie, we've already, read the North Point Christian game. Congrats on being the first team to beat Gobles, but I still want you to read a score. And since Forest Hills Northern is right across the belt line from you guys, I figured you could give us the score to the Huskies game.
Yeah, you got it. Forest Hills Northern 64, Grand Rapids Christian 34.
Impressive numbers for the Huskies offense, especially considering they were losing at halftime. Great job, guys. Elsewhere tonight, one of West Michigan's oldest rivalries played out when Wayland hosted Thornapple Kellogg in a OK Gold action. The Wildcats get the dub in a close one, 17-14. Also in the OK Gold, Forest Hills Eastern, now 4-1 after a road dub at Kennewa Hills tonight. The Hawks come out on top 21-14. Holland Christian traveled to Hamilton in OK Blue. It's the Hawkeyes who would win a shootout over the Maroons 44-38. Comstock Park rebounds from a loss last week to Belding as they took down Godwin Heights tonight in OK Silver action. Panthers win a thriller 35-26. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Now, a high school game on the east side of the state yesterday is getting some attention for who officiated that game.
The D-Zone reports that a crew of 5 women were working in the Waterford Kettering versus Lincoln King game last night. They believe it may be the first time that an all-female crew has officiated a football game in Michigan.
That's big time. That is awesome.
Awesome, really cool.
Up next, we'll have a look ahead to college football Saturday.
And Muskegon native Anthony Bradford reflects on his first trip to Ford Field as a Seattle Seahawk.